look at the cash bubbly. Look at the cash, bubbly. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbly. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbly. Look at the cash, bubbly. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all and nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence for my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. If I got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a penny hoe.
Go here and empty your pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You know what I tell you. Get over here.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw. Kelly. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On 2nd down, Kelly. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, here's the run with Cook. What a spin. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run with a rookie from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running backs. They can't tackle him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Kelly on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. New York set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Detroit!
They'll run. This is Cannon. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold going underneath for Corral. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Gun! 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 Check 26, check 26. Detroit! Detroit!
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Being chased out left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
Kelly now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kelly flush to his right. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and the Jets have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll run with Cannon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Here's Cannon, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. That's pulled in at the 32. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Kelly. To throw again. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
To throw is Kelly. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
New York set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A first down throw, Darnold eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And still fighting. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw on second down is Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Jets set to take the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Left side caught by Matthews. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And they'll run it here. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Shotgun. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cannon. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Green 39. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. John Kuhn, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
To throw, Kelly. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Now Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. That doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage. Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit.
Darnold now to throw. Buying time to his left. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. This is Bilal Powell. Spins away, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go again with Powell. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Set! 319! 319!
On second down, here's Crowell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Dive play, Kuhn trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's Kelly to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
4 down, 4 down. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 36, 36. Check 37, check 37.
On 3rd down, it's Cannon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Khaled. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Kelly to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.